All right, so Mr. PL with Algebra 2. This is Algebra 2. This is Unit 2, Topic 1, SLT1. This is one letter D. We're going to tackle how to solve equations using by completing the square. So that's what we're doing. It's kind of like the square root method, only you might sometimes have to make it a square on the right-hand side in order to make it work. All right, solve the following by using square roots. Okay, so if I do the square root of both sides, the square root of squared, these two are inverses of each other. They cancel each other out. X minus 4 equals both positive and negative 6. So like we had done in the past, we're going to solve it twice, once with the positive root and once with the negative one. And there we go. Add 4 to both sides. X is 10. Add 4 to both sides. X is negative 2. So two possible answers. All right, this one over here, square root and squares cancel out again. 2a minus 1 equals both positive and negative 4. So we've got 2a minus 1 equals 4 and 2a minus 1 equals negative 4. Add 1 to both sides and you get 5. Divide both sides by 2 and you get 5 halves. Add 1 to both sides, you get negative 3. Divide by 2 and you get negative 3 halves. There's your two answers. All right, and that homework was in a prior video, completing the square. So what should I do when it's not a perfect square? So in this case, this 38 is not a perfect square. So we want to make it something that's going to be a perfect square. So we need to make it, well, b divided by 2 squared always works. So b divided by 2, this is b. 14 divided by 2 is 7. And 7 squared is 49. So I need to make this 49. So I need to figure out what do I have to add to this to make it 49. So in this case, this is negative 38. So that's going to take 38 just to get back to 0, plus another 49 after that, which is going to give me 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it looks like I need to add 87. Add 87 to both sides. So I got p squared plus 14p plus 49 equals 87. Okay, because when you add 87 to both sides, 8 plus 7, okay, so now what we got now is a perfect square on the left-hand side of p plus 7 squared equals 87. Now, what I can do now is do the square root of both sides, which gives me p plus 7 equals the square root of 87. So you just put that into your calculator. Yeah, it's going to be slightly more than 9 point something. So you just use a calculator, round it to the nearest tenth, and then you can solve it twice. All right, same thing over here. So theoretically, that's the idea. So half of b is 3, and 3 squared is 9. So I'm going to make this 9. So I'm going to not just add 59 to get it back to 0, but I'm going to add 9 more than that, which is going to make, what was that? 68. Add 68 to both sides. So you get v squared plus 6v plus 9 equals 68. This is now a perfect square of 3v plus 3, 3 plus 3, 3 times 3. And just like before, it looks like you're going to have another decimal. v plus 3 equals, this is going to be 8 point something. So it's going to be about 8 point something. And then you just solve it twice, both positive and negative. None of these are working out perfectly for me, so let's see. Half of 14 is 7. 7 squared is 49. I want this to be 49, which means I'm going to have to add 100. Oh, this one looks like it's going to work. Perfect. All right, because it takes 51 just to get back to 0, plus another 49 on top of that makes 100. All right, so a squared plus 14a plus 49 equals 100. This is now a perfect square of a plus 7. That's what we wanted. So we can use the square root method, and this is now perfect. Square root of 100 is both positive and negative 10. So now we can solve it twice. We can do a plus 7 equals 10, and a plus 7 equals negative 10. Solve it twice. This time, this answer is going to be 3. When you subtract 7 here, and you get negative 17. Two answers. Perfect. Worked out perfectly on that one. All right, solve the following. Show your work. So these are easy because these are already done for you. They're already in factored form. So what I would do, it looks like we're going to use all those zero product property. I'm going to use all these strategies. So you just do x minus 4 equals 0 and x plus 9 equals 0. Okay, those are just a matter of solving when it's already set equal to 0. Solve the following by factoring. Okay, so this is practice of what we had done before. So find the two factors of this. It looks like it's 5 and 3, x plus 5. Times x plus 3, then use zero product property to get answers of -5 and -3. Make sure you use the equation, set it equal to 0 by factoring. Okay, so set it equal to 0. Minus 6 on both sides, and then I can factor to solve. Okay, we have done plenty of that in prior videos. Let's do a couple of the homeworks, and then we can move on. So solve each by completing the squares. Okay, so half of 14 is, I think that's the same question we had done before. Yeah, these are all the exact same questions. I'm just now realizing. Okay, so half of -12 is -6. -6 squared is 36. So I want this to be 36. So I'm going to have to add 25 to both sides. All right. Another way of doing that is to move the C term to begin with, and then just add the new square. So if you don't like the way I've been doing it, you can do it that way as well. Just move the C to begin with, and then add 25 to both sides. Will be the exact same thing. Well, add 36, because 36 is what it takes to complete the square. So that gives you x squared minus 12x plus 36 equals 25. This is a good one. So that's a perfect square of x minus 6 equals 25. Square root of both sides, x minus 6 equals both positive and -5. So then I can solve it by setting it equal to both 5 and -5. Add 6 to both sides makes it 11. Add 6 to both sides, it makes it 1. All right, one more. Half of 6 is 3. 3 squared is 9. We want it to be 9. So like I said before, what you could do is you can move it first. So you can equals -8. And then I would add 9 to both sides. So another way of looking at it. So this is now a perfect square of x plus 3. And this side over here at -8 plus 9 is 1. This one works out perfectly. X plus 3 equals both positive and -1. Solve it twice. Minus 3 means x is -2, and minus 3 means x is -4. Two solutions. All right, thanks again for watching. Please give it a like to help you learn something about completing the square. Oh, my base worked there. And please look forward to future videos. Thanks again for watching. Have a great day.